Today we're going to fix a 2009 Acura MDX. It's showing some codes on the display screen. Notice the battery symbol, and it's got this code. My first step is to diagnose the alternator, which happens to be an easy check. I'm going to use my digital voltmeter. I'm going to probe the positive and negative terminals with the engine idling, and I should see at least 13.5 volts. If I don't, then I know it's not charging. Okay, engine is idling. Here's my voltmeter. I'm going to touch both terminals, and I'm only getting 12.9 volts, so it's not charging. Well, the alternator is down there. It's going to be hard to get at, so what I'm going to do is take off this engine cover, and then I may have to remove this fan. I'm going to also take off this cover. I think it might provide access to get those fans out. Okay, having that cover off gives me access to the bolt for this fan shroud. Oh yeah, I forgot something. I'm going to take off these battery cables. Well, I'm going to take out some more parts. I'm going to take off this guy right here. I got to get some access to get that tensioner pulley off. So in order to see that wrench on there, I got it on the idler pulley bolt. To get more room, I'm going to take off the bracket for these AC lines. Okay, tensioner is loose. I got the belt off, and let me tell you, it's a bitch. It takes some hand strength. Anyways, now I'm going to take off this bracket, and I'm going to unhook these two cables, and then look at the bolts that hold the housing onto the block. Alternator wires are off, and before I go on, I'm going to make some room to get this thing out of there, and that cooling fan's got to go. But one of the bolts to get that cooling fan off is right behind this grill. So, I'm going to pop this grill off to expose some more of these bolts. Okay, been taking off lots of parts for this job. The grill's out. So now, I can get at this bolt right here, and the other one right there. Right there. So I'm going to probably tilt this thing forward and then loosen them up. So, I got this alternator unbolted. There's actually 2 bolts to the main housing and then 1 for a bracket. So now, the trick is to fish this thing out of there. So I'm going to try and push on this fan shroud. I really can't get it out very easily. I guess I could, but I'm just going to try pushing on it and squeezing this thing out. Okay, here's how you get it out. You got to snake it through the front. Pull the power steering reservoir out of the way and just pull it up through there. It just barely fits. Well, here is the replacement alternator. I took the old one to O'Reilly's, had them check it, and it was in fact bad. However, I didn't buy their part. Their part was $180 for rebuilt. This one here is from Acura. It was $425. So it's a better part, I think, and but it cost twice the price. So let's put it on. Well, no surprise, but installation is reverse of the removal. So I'm going to put this guy down in here and start bolting up to the engine. Well, so far so good. I've got the alternator bolted on. Just want to give you a tip. I had to use a mirror so I could line up that lower housing bolt to the block, and otherwise you can't see it and you're going blind. For those of you who are wondering how you get this damn tensioner loosened up to get the belt on. Here's how I did it. I've got a half-inch ratchet with a 14mm short well, and I put this pipe on there. It's kind of like an extension with another socket, but you have to remove this ground bracket to get clearance, but it allows you to get a full swing to wrap the belt over this upper power steering pump pulley. So here's a better shot outside of the vehicle. Basically, half-inch ratchet, 6-point socket, 12-inch half-inch extension. When the socket, I just kind of put it over there, and there's my breaker bar to get that damn belt on and off. My next step is to hook up these hose brackets. I took one off up in front. I took one off right there. I'm going to tighten that guy up. I'm going to slip in the coolant reservoir overflow tank that goes right in here. Put that guy back in place. And then I'm going to start putting these wires back on the alternator. So, alternator wires are back on. Mounted the coolant overflow tank and the power steering reservoir. These are all hooked up. For those doing this, I'm not sure you have to remove this fan shroud or not to make room. I mean, it gave me some more space to get in there and work on it, but I think if I do it again, I'd probably not touch the fans and make it a quicker job. So anyways, I gotta put these bolt this fan shroud down and then put the grill back on and hook up the under plastic. Got the grill back on. Radiator cover is on. Engine cover is on. I also went and washed it up. It was kind of dirty. It's a nice finishing touch. Let's see how it starts up. Well, no engine codes. That's a good sign. So these are the clips that hold on the grill and the underbody plastic parts. Use care when taking them off, because if you break them and go to buy new ones from Acura, they're $8 a piece. That's more like it. Before we were getting about 12.8 volts, and now we're at 14.28. That's right where it should be.